Welcome back to the realm of the mindful madman. I always say after every time I talk and I don't know what to say next. I always say but I think I might start just not saying anything and just allowing my thoughts to marinate. I feel like a lot of people, this is a sidebar before I actually get into this topic, but I feel like a lot of people think that like when they're in conversation or they're saying something, they have to put in filler words as they're gathering their thoughts. But you don't necessarily have to do that. You could just be quiet, silence. I know that it seems kind of awkward doing that, but I think that, and this is literally just my personal opinion, it doesn't have any bearing or research or anything, but I don't know, I just feel like if you're having in conversation with someone and you're trying to gather your thoughts to say something, it's okay to just not talk and just gather your thoughts. And to me, it shows a sign of intelligence when you don't always have like filler words like and I do that all the time, so I'm not saying that I'm stupid or anything, but it's just a practice that anyone can try. See, I'm serious. Like, this is something that is ingrained in my mind. Like, I have to teach myself not to do it. So today I wanted to talk about something that has been popping up a lot in my life, especially when I go on YouTube and watch the videos from other creators. Recently, I had a very great conversation with someone who in fact is also a creator themselves. They're an artist, and they're in the realm of expressive arts too. And we were just having a great heart-to-heart conversation, bouncing ideas off each other. And one of the conclusions that we came to was that you have to go all in with your content. And that was a video title that I've been seeing over and over and over. This is your sign to go all in. Why you should start a YouTube channel. Why you should go all in with your content. Why you should take your creative life seriously. Been seeing different forms of the same concept over and over and over again. And I don't think that that's a coincidence in any way, or it's just the algorithm putting out more of the same type of content because I watch those videos, so they think that's what I need to hear or that's what I want. I don't think it's necessarily that. I believe that there's a shift happening in the world, especially in this generation, where we're realizing more and more that the way of the matrix, the standard life that our parents and grandparents went through, that 9-to-5 stuff, is not feasible anymore. And I'm not saying that that's going to be the case for everyone, because some people, that's the route they want to go, and that's the route that works best for them. And kudos to them. That's great. But I think for a lot of this upcoming generation, we don't want to be stuck in that type of box. To many of us, it seems like a prison. And we want to be able to do our own thing and pave our own way and create our own source of income through our own creative endeavors. And I'm going to be another one of those videos that I saw to remind you to go all in. To remind you that if only you're just a little bit consistent and you continue to hone your craft by putting out the content, your page will grow exponentially. And that's what we were talking about in the conversation that I had as well. The spirit of procrastination is tied, to me, this is what I believe. The spirit of procrastination is very subtly woven into the spirit of perfectionism. Because when I started, because this is not my first time on YouTube or on social media at all. I've been on social media and YouTube and been doing my own thing for quite some time. but this is my first time starting this channel, right? And when I started it, that spirit of perfectionism was heavy. That's just how it's been my entire life when it comes to my creative endeavors, because I just want it to look the best way as possible, the audio to be as crispy as possible, the visuals to be as appealing as possible. And I would spend so much time planning of what I wanted to do that it was really wasting time. And then by the time I actually filmed and edited and obsessed over that one video before I put it out, it was like a week, 2 weeks later, right? And it wasn't like I was making like a short, like an actual film, an actual short film or an animation or something that clearly takes a very long time. It was just me sitting down talking to the camera. It shouldn't have took me that long. But I was obsessing over it so much. I wanted it to be so perfect and so polished that I was going longer spans of time with no content that I was putting out. And the main message that I'm trying to portray today is that just put out the content. Even if you just started, let's say you just got a camera and you don't know how to use it and you're just starting. Yeah, watch a YouTube video or two, learn what you need to learn, but put out the content. Don't let it sit in your files too long. There are people in the world that need to hear your voice, that as soon as they hear your voice, it's going to turn a switch on in their mind, in their spirit, which will then change their life. And then, it's a ripple effect. And then they start creating, and then they say something that changes the life of someone around them or someone that saw their work. Put out the content. Stop sitting on it. Stop procrastinating with it. Now is the time to go all in for everything that you want. Everything. The only person stopping you is yourself. That's something that I also realized. And when you realize that, you can't put the blame on anybody else to why you're not to where you want to be. Because you know that regardless of your circumstances in your environment, if you truly want something, you're going to find a way. That's just the human condition. We're pretty resilient if you don't put a governor on your mind. Shout out to David Goggins for that concept. Put out the content. And when you put out the content and you're consistent, let's say you start off and it's not really that great, or you don't think it's that great, because everyone's level of what's great is subjective. What you think is trash could be like amazing to somebody else. I learned that in my own content stuff because I am my biggest critic, right? But the main thing when starting a YouTube channel, or if you're not on YouTube and you want to get bigger on TikTok or Instagram or whatever, Pinterest, whatever it is, you have to be consistent in your posting. I'm not saying you have to post every single day if that's not your goal, right? But whatever your goal is, you have to be consistent in it. Personally, I would say post every week. Start off with that. Every day is very ambitious. That's not one of my goals, but I have seen other channels who they posted every single day. And they started off of barely anything, very little subscribers, and now they're in the thousands, about to reach 100K. Shout out to For Purpose Driven Men, one of the people who I've been watching for months now. I was just following his journey, and he was posting, I don't know, if not every day, every other day, but I think he was posting every single day for a while. And I think he might still be posting every day, and he's still going. And when I started following him, he had like 2,000 subscribers, maybe that. And that was just a few months ago. Now he's at almost 80K. I think that he's gonna reach 100K before the year ends. And that's amazing. And he's a man of God. He puts the Most High first, which is the most important thing. Because if you put Yah first in all your endeavors, then He will guide you on the way you should go and the moves you should make during the process. So I'm gonna put his YouTube channel in the description, because I really do think for men especially, he's doing the Lord's work for real. And I'm proud of him. I don't know him, but I'm proud of him in his journey. So shout out to you, bro. If you're watching this video, shout out to you for real. Because it is a very special thing to not only see a black guy on YouTube spreading positivity and trying to get other men to rise up, but also he's a man of faith. He's a man of the Most High. That's very, very important. And he's also really young. He's younger than me. He's like 22. But shout out to you, bro. I'm definitely going to put your page in my description. For anyone that comes across my page, they can go to your page. But yeah. See, I said, but see what I'm saying? It's something that you actually have to work at to stop doing. Your consistency is everything. And that's what's going to propel you forward. Your life can change very, very quickly if only you stay consistent in what it is that you're trying to do. And obviously I'm speaking from the creative perspective, but if you watch this video and you're not a creator, whatever it is in your life that you're trying to stay consistent in, stay consistent. If it's working out, stay consistent with that. If it's eating better, stay consistent with that. If it's getting better grades in school, stay consistent with that. If it's getting more in the Word, praying more, stay consistent with that. If it's reading, stay consistent with that. Like anything. Obviously, if it's positive, not something negative. But you get what I mean. That's really it. That's the secret ingredient. That's the secret ingredient. When you start something, you're not going to see results right away. I always say this to myself. This is something that I always say to myself. Everything worth having in life will not come to you easy. You have to work in some way. You have to put in the work in some form. Whether that's physical work, something mental, learning, or spiritual. You have to. In order for the Most High to bless you, you gotta prove to Him or show Him that you actually want it. Now, I do think that in many cases the Most High blesses you regardless, but there are certain things that you might ask God for or that you might want out of life that are so precious and can sway you in either way. Like it could be good or bad for you in a way, that you have to develop yourself and your character first in order for you to actually see that thing manifest. And once you do see it manifest, you will be more appreciative for it. That's something that I've learned. And it's just, right now I'm at 5 subscribers. I was at 4 a couple of days ago. I'm at 5 subscribers now. I just gained 1 new subscriber. That's a milestone in itself. Just take it one day at a time, step by step, but just don't stop. Not saying that you don't take breaks and you burn yourself out, but you stay consistent. You cannot go 2-3 months and not post anything if you really want to grow your page. Even a few weeks is too long, unless you're deliberately taking a break. Post every single week. Stay consistent on what it is that you want to do in your life. And I promise you, in months' time, you will see it come to fruition. You will see changes. And it might change the trajectory of your entire bloodline. The shift is here. Acts 2:17 through 21. The shift is here. You just have to make a decision to act and put in that work now. So find your thing, stay consistent on it, believe in yourself, and know that you're not going to always see growth right away. You shouldn't even want your page to blow up overnight over one video. A gradual increase of followers is way better because you know that there's more people that actually want to see your work instead of just, oh, they followed you off of one thing. So that's just my advice. Stay consistent in what you're doing, and you'll really see the benefit of that in your life in every area. No more procrastinating. I'm serious. Put in that work now. The time is now. Your voice needs to be heard. Someone needs to hear your voice. And may the Most High guide you every step of the way, if you allow it. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.